Very good morning, Srinivasan sir. Can we able to start the session? Very good morning. Very good morning, dear leaders. It's been a pleasure to meet you all once again in this IINVTY webinar, Saturday webinar to enhance the skills of the industrial persons. IINVTY is founded by alumnus of IIT, CEG, and RLI in a vision to inspire the world by technological inventions and innovations through neurotechno corporate research and training. In the field of safety, disruptive technologies, and quality, IINVTY is having a three wings. One wing is a training wing, second wing is audit wing, third wing is a research and development wing. Recently, we had a milestone in our firm that we have been recognized by the Atal Laboratories, a central government firm for the safety startups. And also, yes, on August 15th, we had a program on CPR, a skill for all to save all, to make sure that CPR has been trained, CPR has been aware by all the citizens of India. With this note, today the training topic, I just want to introduce our eminent speaker here, Srinivasan, who's been having a 2 decades of experience in this field, having a vast practical experience. With this short introduction, I'd like to hand over the session to Mr. Srinivasan. Thank you, sir. Have a great day. Srinivasan, sir, you can able to take over the session.
Hello, Srinivasan sir. Sir, your voice is not audible, sir. Kindly rejoin the session, sir. Sir, am I audible?
Yes, perfect. Yes, now is audible.
Yeah, sir. Now it's audible, sir. Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Sir, again it's not audible, sir. Sir, kindly rejoin the session, sir.
Is not audible, sir. Please.
Sir, now it's audible, sir. Hello.
Getting your voice. I'm audible to everyone.
Yes, sir. Now we are audible, sir.
1 second.
Yes, sir.
Hello, Lakshmi. Hello.
Hello, sir. You're audible, sir.
Okay. Shall I proceed?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Thank you all. I think somebody said, sir, your voice not audible. Now is it okay?
Now it's clear, sir. Perfectly clear.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So good morning to all. Thanks. This is Srinivasan R from Tiruvallur. Thanks for registration this program and thanks for your participation. I hope I am audible to everyone. This PPT was visible to everyone.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So once again, good morning to all.
Morning.
Yes. Shall we proceed the session? Hello. Yes. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now the time is. So now the time is 11:15. So next 1 hour we'll discuss through this title, Chemical Spill Response Plan. Okay. So there are 18 participants are there. I want to know how many of them from chemical background. So please chart in the chat box. Because if you are working in the chemical background, already you are aware of this. So, and another one question, how many of them aware of this spill response plan, or you know the basics of spill, how to protect in case of any spillage happen? So if you have any basic ideas, please you can put in the chat box. Yes. or you are fresher in this subject, you don't know anything about spill, you can put in the chat box. No. Okay. Okay, so through your message, I understood many of the persons you have aware of this, but some people you have some basic ideas. Okay, well, okay, sir. Yeah, thanks for your message. So once again, I am audible to everyone. Lakshmi, I am audible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So once again, good morning to all. Okay, today, next 1 hour, we are going to discuss chemical spill response plan. Okay, before start the session, we should know what is meant by chemical. Because if you seen chemical spill is under part of the chemical subject. So first, we should know what is meant by chemical, what are all the types of chemicals, and what are all the hazards involved in the chemicals. We can discuss in a few minutes or in a brief discussion manner. Okay. What is meant by chemical? So chemical means, in a simple terminology, what they are telling, involving or resulting from a reaction between two or more substances. So in a simple definition, if somebody is asking a question, what is meant by chemical mean? Simply, we can say, if one or more substances may make some reaction, it is called as chemicals. Basically, chemicals are forms into 3 categories, like solid, liquid, and gas. So in that solid, liquid, gas, these chemical forms are having 2 separations. One is hazardous and another one is non-hazardous. Basically, people are thinking all the chemicals are hazardous. It is not like that. Some chemicals are comes under non-hazardous category. Many chemicals comes under hazardous category. Okay. Then, as per there are 2 chemical associations. I want to share one thing. This is the basic intro session. So before start the session, we should know what is the chemical. That's why I'm handling this general brief session. There are 2 chemical associations are globally famous. One is American Chemical Association. Another one, European Chemical Agency. These 2 chemicals are having more than 50 to 60 years of experience globally. They are the masters in the chemical field. So as per today's condition, globally, there are 350,000 chemicals are there. There are 350,000 chemicals are there. In that 350 chemicals, 144,000 chemicals are made by manually. And another one thing, 84,000 chemicals are available in the market. Sorry, somebody's voice. Please mute, sir. Okay, 84,000 of chemicals available in the market. And the interesting thing is, in our daily routinable life, to considering the human being, from morning, once we wake up to in the late evening hours, we are going to bed. Mean hours, we are depending on always chemicals in our personal life as well as professional life. Chemicals are playing major role presently. The interesting thing is, if you're considering the human part, every day, if you see in our home, there are 62 toxic chemicals are available. And another one thing, every day in our routinable life, if morning we are using one toothbrush, up to in the late night hours, we are using one liquidator coil. Considering this, there are 26 chemicals we are using. We know or we knowing or unknowingly, always we using 26 chemicals per day in our routinable life. Where we are using chemicals, first one, industries. Second one, food sources. Third one, medical sector. Fourth one, agriculture areas. Fifth one, in our day-to-day routinable life. Okay, we came to know there are three forms of chemicals like solid, liquid, gas. These forms are hazardous and non-hazardous. If you see in the hazardous, chemicals are basically having the hazardous characteristics, like some chemicals corrosive, some chemicals are flammable, toxic chemicals, reactive chemicals, biological chemicals, carcinogenic chemicals, radioactive chemicals. Likewise, if you see, chemicals are having different kind of hazardous patterns. Okay, now let's come to our title.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, Lakshmi.
Sorry, sir, I'm Iveta. Sorry for the interruption. Sir, your
Yes.
slide is not moving, sir.
Now only I'm going to move, ma'am.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
this is for general info session.
Okay.
So now I'm going to start the session.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes. So through our basic session, we came to know there are thousands of chemicals are there. There are some chemicals are hazardous, some chemicals are non-hazardous. Okay, everything understood. Okay, as per our today's title, chemical spill response plan. In our industrial professional life, chemical is playing the major role as well as the personal life also. But considering the front of industrial, absence of chemical, we are not able to run any kind of industry. Like comparing to power, that much of role play chemicals playing in all the industries. There was one of the major thing of chemical spillage possible to all the chemical handling areas. Through our today's session, we can discuss in a elaborate manner. What is okay? Then, so what are the takeaway today? So next 1 hour we are going to discuss in this title what we are going to take, like what is mean by chemical spill. I divided this program into 10 categories. So however, is it possible I can share all the details to you? After completion of the program, our IINVTY team members will circulate this copy to you. Once you refer this PPT, you can get it these details. Okay, what is mean by chemical spill? And the second thing, what are all the risks and hazards involved in the chemical spill? Then third thing, causes of spill. Fourth one, spillage types. Fifth one, what is mean by spill kit? Lakshmi? Hello, Lakshmi? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Lakshmi,
Yes, sir.
I got a message from one of the participants. Is it recorded?
Sir, So
Take
this
care.
session was not recorded. If you want, we will record this.
Better you can record it. You can consult with Satya.
Okay.
Yes.
Correct.
Lakshmi.
Thank you, faculty sir, because it's more than your presentation. Your communication is well clear, and certainly, when we are referring it, I always believe in your communication only. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Okay, so once again, I am repeating what we are going to take away this program. I divided this program into 10 categories. First one, what is meant by chemical spill, and what are all the risks and hazards involved in the chemical spill. Then third one, causes of spill. Fourth one, types of spillages. Basically, there are 4 types of spillages is there. Then fifth one, what is meant by spill kit? What are all the types? So how many number of spill kits are there? What are the types? Everything we can refer this we can get it through this program. And basics of spill kit. This is one of the important one, because based on if we identify the risks and hazards in the worst part, I am ready to keep one spill kit. What are all the items needs to be fulfilled and keep it in the spill kit box? So then that also will we'll get through this program. And seventh one, where spillages can occur in our workplace. What are all where the possibilities of spillages can occur? That particular thing also we'll discuss. And the eighth one, 7 steps for spill response one. This is one of the globally practiced system in the spillage sector. That also we'll discuss. And the 9th one, emergency response plan for spillages. This is very important one, because normally people will prioritize for fire, or in case of any major emergency situations can occur, how we can react. So simultaneously, we should concentrate on the emergency spill also. So what are all the criteria needs to be followed in an emergency response plan? That also we'll discuss. And finally, guidelines. Apart from this presentation, apart from this webinar session, if you are interested to enhance your knowledge in the this program title, Emergency Response Plan, where the possibilities of data is available, that also will share in the last pattern. Okay. What is meant by chemical spills? Please, I request you, the participant, please share in your point of view. Just you can simply type, sir. In your general understanding, what is meant by chemical spill? From this slide onwards, we'll enter in our program. Dear participant, you can share in your view. Dear participant. Okay, so anyway, so chemical spill. I got one message. Unsafe leak or spilling on floor. Very good. Any other answer from participant? If somebody is asking a question, what is meant by chemical spill? Okay, chemical spill means, sorry, I got one message. Okay, chemical spill is release of chemical unwantedly. Very good. Uncontrolled or harm to human on earth. Very good. Thank you, sir. Mr. Plastic Vincent Subramanian, sir. Thank you, sir, for your immediate response. Okay, what is meant by chemical spill? There are different kind of terminologies are practiced in the chemical spill. So this one is the very simple answer. Chemical spill means a chemical spill is defined as the uncontrolled release of a hazardous chemical, either as a solid, liquid, or gas. So while start the session, I told chemical spill comes under part of the chemical portion. So we came to know there are three forms of chemicals like solid, liquid, gas. So any kind of solid, liquid, or gas in these forms of chemical, uncontrolled release may happen in our work spot, means it is called as chemical spill. Okay. If you see in the OSHA terminology, this is a previous one. This is the general terminology. Then another one, based on the OSHA defines what their, if we came to know through OSHA defines an incidental release or spill as a release of hazardous substance which does not pose a significant safety or health hazard to employees in the immediate vicinity or to the worker cleaning it up, nor does it have the potential to become an emergency. This is as per the OSHA's abbreviation. And another one thing, for colloquially, if you are speaking, apart from the technical manner, apart from generally, if you are discussing what is meant by chemical spill, means three things. And first one, an unforeseen event. Second one, an unexpected happening. Third one, act of God by natural. First two things, it is common as a safety professionals. It is always possibilities. But the third thing, we cannot give assurance. Like it comes under natural calamities. Okay. So now okay. Now we understood what is meant by chemical spill. Okay. This is session 2. What are all the risks and hazards involved in the chemical spill? Okay. In our work spot, in case of any chemical spillages may happen, what are all the risks and hazards involved in the chemical spill? Normally, we think there was one leakage, for example, some particular diesel spillages in the walkway floor or in the diesel generator premise or nearby the machineries, any hydraulic leakage, or in case of mild gas leakage in the chillers, or in case of minor little bit of leakages in the pipeline. Normally, we think this is minor only. We generally, what we assume, there is major thing will not happen. It is not like that. All the spillages may cause major things. So what are now we are going to understood? Now we are going to this, what are the risks and hazards involved in the chemical spill? First thing, slip, trip, and fall hazard. This is one of the major and basic hazard in the slippery, because in a walkway floor there was any liquid kind of things spillage in the work spot, means if a person, somebody is walking close to the premise, there is more possibilities of slippery hazard, because of the slippery surface may cause any personal injury to him. In case the same kind of situation in the laboratories, a person handled during testing, a person handled any acid kind of things. In case the acid flown in the walkway, the situation is common, but the severity is high. If you see in the general walkway floor, it is only for general liquid things. If you comes under laboratories, the severity is high because of the material is acid. Then contaminant of other materials. Once the spillage was happened, automatically the spillages may contaminate with the other materials. Risk of fire. This is one of the major one, especially the liquid kind of things. The fire is one of the major risk. Possible release of environment, especially the gases release. For example, if you start from the Bhopal gas tragedy to latest last year, there was one major gas leakage happened in the LG polymers, that styrene gas. All the gas leakages, once the gas leakage was happened, affected by people only, as well as the environmental. So environmental cause also one of the major thing in the risk. Occupational health effects for human. This is also one of the important one. If you see in the occupational health category, two things will happen. One is acute and another one chronic effect. Acute means immediately people may feel, for example, any eye irritation, throat infection, or headache, or in case of any itching or irritation. Likewise, chronic effect means immediately we cannot find out that, but over the period of time, for example, next couple of years back, maybe 3 years or 5 years or after 10 years, our internal organs will getting damaged. So this is chronic effect. So causes of spill. So session 3, causes of spill. We are first thing, handling techniques. In case of spillages may happen, what are all the causes involved with this? First thing, those who are handling the chemicals, they don't know how to handle the chemicals. Poor handling techniques. And second thing, storage containers. Once we purchase the material, the storage container is start from the purchase. Whenever based on the requirement, if you purchased any kind of chemical like solid, liquid or gas, anyone, once we purchased, based on the manufacturer recommendation, all the chemicals needs to be stored in a separate as per the recommendation manner. So if you are not properly followed, means there are also more possibilities of spillages will happen. And the third thing, storage containers. Okay, based on the manufacturing recommendation, we stored all the chemicals, but simultaneously we should consider the secondary containment. This is very, very important, because whenever we are keeping any kind of materials like a solid, gas or a liquid, any kind of one, wherever we are storing the materials, if in case the material is damaged, one means there are also possibilities of spillages may happen. And the fourth one, uncontrolled access, the competent person. For example, if you are stored any kind of chemicals in the storage yard, only authorized and trained person only go and collect and they can use the materials. Absence of a particular person, he is handling the chemical, he don't know how to handle the chemicals, how to use the chemicals, mean there is more possibilities of by manual mistake chemical spillages may happen. So uncontrolled access is very, very important one. And training, those who are handling the chemicals, the people, they don't know the training, poor awareness, means there are also possibilities of spillages may happen. And supervision is very, very important one. Okay, next one, session 4, types of spillages. Normally 4 types of spillages are there. One is minor, another one major, third one HAZMAT spillages, fourth one biological spillages. Okay. First we are going to concentrate on minor spillages. So this is the spillage chart. In case of any spillages may happen, three things will be happened. One is fire, or second one environmental issues, third one issues for the peoples. If all the things are related, means if it comes under major spill, remaining and all minor. Okay, what is mean by minor spill? Minor spill means if you are handling any kind of chemicals by manual mistake or knowingly, unknowingly, suddenly a spillages may happen. After spillages happen, if you are recovered, after spillages happen, we are measuring the value. If it is comes under within 5 liter, for example, a person is going to top up diesel, fill in the diesel generator. By in his mistake, while top up the diesel, some liters of diesel spilled in the diesel generator spot. After the incident, we are measuring. We came to know only 3 liters or 3.5 liters or below 5 liters of diesel spillage happened, means it comes under minor spillages. So simply below 5 liters of spillages happened when it comes under minor spillage. At the same time, it is easily recoverable by that particular person itself. At the same time, whatever the spillages happen, it is minor or major or HAZMAT or biological, all the spillages must be always reported. There is no any deviation on this. Normally people what they think, sir, this is a minor spill only, sir, why I want to report this, sir? People mindset is like that only. But the main thing is always any kind of spillages happen, we should always report it and we should correct it for to reoccur. And the major spill. What is meant by major spill? Major spill means more than 5 liters. Any kind of spillages happened. So if it is after the measuring, if we understood more than 5 liter means it comes under major spill. And another, the main thing is, if in case of any major spill happen, individually we are not able to react to collect the materials. We can take additionally support from the emergency response team. HAZMAT spill. This is one of the important spill. Simply, what is meant by HAZMAT spill means if some kind of spillages may happen in the work spot. After the spillage happened, immediately people are affected, as well as the environmental getting affected, means it comes under HAZMAT spill. For example, last year the LG polymers, the styrene gas was released in the early after shutdown. They opened the plant, the styrene gas was leaked. So there are 10 plus people fataled. So these are all HAZMAT spill. If you see many kind of cases. Why I want to specifically mention this means normally people think only oil spillage only comes under spillage category. It is not like that. In case of any gases release also comes under spillages category, especially in this type HAZMAT spill. And biological spill. Biological spill means an unintended release of potentially infectious material, like in case of any blood leakage from our body, tissues or organs and stock cultures. Normally, this will happen in the hospital sectors. So normally, this will be happened in the hospital sectors. So that also comes under picture. So types of spill means minor spillages, major spillages, HAZMAT spillages, and finally biological spillages. Okay. Adsorption and absorption. Okay. In case of any spillages may happen, how to collect the spillages? There is one terminology called adsorption and absorption. Okay, adsorption means, okay, the first picture, the left side one, material A, adsorption. Adsorption means we can collect top layer of the material. For example, any kind of liquid chemical spilled in the floor. We can collect, we used any spill kits or generally we can use any cotton cloth or kerchief or any kind of general cloth materials. We can collect through top of the layer. This is adsorption, material A. Then second B, material B. Through this, we can collect inside of the spillages area. Normally, if you are going to collect any kind of spill, two things will happen. One is adsorption. Through adsorption, we can collect it from the top layer of the top layer. And another one, absorption. Through this, we can collect it inside of the liquid. Okay, sorption. For this, sorbent materials, for collect the sorption, sorbent materials are universally used. Now we are entered full-fledged of, we have entered the title. From here onwards, we'll fully discuss the based on our titles. Okay, sorbent. What is meant by sorbent? A sorbent is a material used to absorb or adsorb a liquid or gases. Okay, these are all the sorbents. So through this picture, this is the absorbent socks. So this is called absorbent socks. This is also absorbent socks. This is called absorbent pillow. So this is absorbent mat. Okay. Normally, if a spill kit is there, universally, if you've seen, there are for recover the spill, 4 kind of materials will be used. One is absorbent socks, another one absorbent pads, or another absorbent mats, and finally absorbent pillow. So once again, I am repeating, this is absorbent socks. Same like as absorbent socks. This is absorbent pillow. This is absorbent mat pads. Okay. How much of spillage items we can recover, sir? Sir, you told absorbent mat, absorbent pad, absorbent socks. So in case of in front of me, there was one spillages happened. I have absorbent socks. I have absorbent spill kit. I'm going to use to recover the spill. How much of spillages I can collect it, sir? For example, this is absorbent socks. So normally, if you are going to use this kind of absorbent socks, means normally 3 liters of spill we can collect it. Once we use the absorbent socks, 2.5 to 3 liters we can collect it. Where we can where the possibilities of spillages may happen in case of any drum leakages or any machinery leakages, means we can use this. And another one, same absorbent socks. Another one, absorbent pillow. This one, spill pad and mat. This is another one thing. Normally we can, once we are using this kind of absorbent mat or pads, maximum 250 ml to 300 ml of fluid we can observe, where we can use it, petroleum products and that and all. And fourth one, pillows, oil only absorbent. This one, second. Okay. This one, sorry, I forget to share a pillow. Pillow is very, very important one. Pillow is absorbent pillows are playing major role in the spill kits, because in case if I am using one pillow, means maximum 700 to 850 ml of spillages we can recover through this pillows, where we can use it. In case of any spillages happened, the spillage area is very depth in the depth area. For example, 1 inch or 2 inch of depth. More than spillages happened means we cannot able to use the mats or socks. In that areas, we can use the spillages. Especially any wall spillages may happen means there also we can use it. Okay, types of spill kit. Normally, there are 3 kind of spill kits are there. One is universal absorbent, another one oil only absorbent, third one HAZMAT absorbent. Normally, these 3 categories of color codes internationally used for best practice. Some industries they used for blue color, for black color also. But generally, in the industrial best practice, considering the best practices, blue, yellow, and red. These 3 colors are colors used for spill kit materials. So this is universal absorbent, like oil, coolant, solvents. This kind of spillages happen means we can use this kind of universal absorbent. Normally, if you see, there are 2 kind of spill kit color codes are there. One is gray color, another one white color. This is for oil only absorbent. And third one, HAZMAT. In case of any acid or water-based liquids or petroleum products or solvents may spillages mean we can use this kind of HAZMAT absorbents. Okay. Basics of spill kit. Sir, you told there are different kind of spillages and different kind of absorbents, everything available in the market. Based on in our workplace, I want to place one spill kit. What are the things needs to be fulfilled in the spill kit? I don't know anything about spill kit, but based on my workplace area, I identify the risk and hazards. What are all the risk and hazards involved in the workplace? I know this thing only, but I want to place one spill kit. Okay. Always, if you are going to keep one spill kit means 3 things needs to be keep it in mind. First thing, PPE, and another one, absorbent. Third one, CDI. CDI means cleaning and disposal items. Okay, for example, there was one, I can take one example. For example, one diesel storage area is there. In the utility section, in the nearby power room, there was one diesel power room area. I am going to keep one spill kit. First, I should consider the PPE. Based on the spot risk and hazard identification, what are all the PPEs? Generally, in the spill kit, the following PPEs needs to be fulfilled. For example, acid splash goggles, face shield, eye wash bottle, goggles, nitrile gloves, rubber gloves, and apron or full body suit. And another one thing, in case acid splash goggles is not mandatory for everywhere, specifically it is mandatory for the laboratories and acid oriented things. In case general chemicals means we can use it for goggles. Depend upon the face shield also. Depend upon the risk and hazard in its severity, we can use the PPEs. Another one, absorbent. Okay, first we understood the PPE. Then second thing, absorbent. Normally 4 kind of absorbent material should be keep in the spill kit box. One is, I can show the snaps. This one, absorbent socks. Another one, absorbent pillow. Another one, absorbent mat. Finally, absorbent mats. This one. So always we should consider this also, absorbent areas. Okay, CDI. This is very, very important because in case of any spillages may happen, cleaning is we have to give topmost priority for cleaning. After successfully cleaning, whatever we have cleaned, all the material should be disposed in a regulatory manner. This is very, very important. Standard as well as the regulatory manner. For considering the CDI, we should keep some cleaning materials. For example, broomstick, dust collectors. Another one, that HDPE bags. Normally the bags. I hope the people they may use this black color one bags. HDPE means high density polyelectrolyte bags. Hello, I'm getting. Okay. Okay. HDPE bags. And fourth one, tags. Hazardous wastage item, signage slip with the tag. Why they, sir? Cleaning purpose, we always use the broomstick and dust collector. This is common, sir. Why you are specifically mentioned for HDPE bag and the tags and seals? Because normally what happen, in case of any spillages may happen, people may easily they collect all the wastages through, they use the broomstick and dust collector, they separately collected everything. But what happened after they successfully collected, they keep it or they pour it in some particular locations. To avoid this, if inside of the spill kit, if this HDPE bag available means, immediately people, they think whatever they have collected, they can fill it in the bag itself. And another one thing, once we dump the materials inside of the bag, it should be always tightened with the seal. And another one thing, mainly the tag system should be provided, especially the hazardous material item. Otherwise, what happened? People, they don't know what is inside of the bag. To creating the awareness purpose, especially this is one of the major spillage material, especially the hazardous materials. So to considering the awareness point of view, the tags should be always placed in the bag. Okay. So I am audible to everyone, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Lakshmi. And okay. Okay, as per our takeaway, this is for session 7, where spillages can occur in the work spot. So normally, we generally think spillages, oil spillages may happen in the workshop itself or floor itself. But this is not like that. In these 5 areas, spillages may happen. In a general view, people, they may think spillages may happen in the floor itself. It is not like that. First thing, storage. Another one thing, transport. Wherever we are keeping the materials in the storage, in that particular place also, possibilities of spillages may happen. And another one, transport. Once the material has manufactured, based on the customer requirement, that particular material, especially the chemical material, shifted from the manufacturing location to customer end. During that moment also, spillages may happen. So transportation also one of playing the major role in the spillages. And another one, transfer. Okay, in our work spot, we have stored chemicals in the storage locations. From the storage location to the requirement spots in the floor or anywhere in the process area or operation area. For while transferring also, spillages may happen. Utility also, this is one of the important one. Normally, if you seen in the industries, power and cooling, these both sectors are comes under utility department. So for considering the spillages, utility department playing the major role in the spillages areas. We'll discuss in elaborate next another slides. Then finally, disposal. Okay, while disposal time, there is more possibilities of spillages may happen. So this is these 5 areas spillages may happen. Okay, first storages. In case of any spillages, oil related spillages may happen means what are all the best practices needs to be practiced. One is drum should be stable, always store small quantities of inside based on the requirement. For example, if we purchased thousands of liter a particular chemical means no need to keep all the materials directly in the storage area. Based on the requirement, we can keep it in a small quantities in the requirement area. Remaining items we should keep in the storage areas itself. Adequate lighting and ventilation. This is also an important one because once we store any kind of chemicals, we should always monitor the ventilation system. Otherwise, what happen? Depend upon the internal heat. Some chemicals having the flammability ranges. In case of any the improper air circulation may cause any flammable things. So considering this, ventilation is very important one. And the lighting and no leakage during the containers. Okay, if we placed all the chemicals in the container means we should consider the particular container is having any leakages. Pallet containment. This is also important one. Normally, chemicals, any kind of chemicals, it is not advisable to keep in the floor itself. We should keep all the materials in the pallets itself. Secure gas cylinder. This is also very important. Normally, if you're in industrial, we use different kind of gas cylinders like O2, Organ, or for chiller areas, we can use R134A or Acetylene, LPG. Depend upon the severity, cylinders must be separate from the chemicals area because what happen? Some gases may leakage as well. It will be easily react the fire hazards. So considering this, gas cylinders must be always keep it in a separate location. This is the basic thing in the safety. And chemical storage. This is also very important one. In case the previous slide, we seen importance of oil storage. In this slide, we can discuss on the chemicals. Normally, these are all the best practices. Normally, what the advisable thing is more than 5 feet. No storage above eye level is not always not recommended. No storage above cabinets. Normally, these things will happen once the people will use the materials. After they will not keep it inside of the cabinets. They can keep the material in the top of the cabinets. Over the period of time, the material may fall in the ground. There also spillages may happen. To avoid this, always we should keep the materials in the storage inside of the storage itself. This is one of the major thing. Always store small quantities inside. Use approved containers. Another one, transportation. Transportation is normally what people think. Whenever it is possibilities, we came to know some chemicals they are having the characteristics of corrosive. Some chemical they are having the characteristics of flammable. They may cause the irritation. Many things at the same time. They may affect the human things. So considering this, whenever we are handling any kind of chemicals, we should prioritize for the external support, especially for this kind of things like forklift or any kind of trolley movement. That and all we can always use it. Transferring in this area, there is more possibilities of spillages may happen because of our human labs. To avoid this, same previous one, transport, we can take external support. Simultaneously, here also, while transferring the material, chemical material from one portion to another portion. For example, if you are in case of any chiller, any breakdown happened in the chiller, we understood there was some leakage happened in the chiller means we can top up the chiller gas. while we can use the mechanical device supports. Same like as any kind of diesel generator. In case of any, while periodically, if you are going to top of the diesel generator in the barrel to diesel generator, we can take support from the manual pump or any automated pump. And grounding and bonding, this is also a very important one. And usage, always use the area for, keep the area in the housekeeping or in a proper manner. Wherever it is possible, you can use the secondary containment. This is how we can know the secondary containment. Before placing the chemical, we should check what are all the risk and hazard involved in the chemicals. Based on that only, we can prioritize the secondary containment. So these are all some of the secondary containment, different kind of secondary containment pictures. So I told you, based on the risk and hazard, we should consider. So which kind of secondary containment provision needs to be fixed in that area. So disposal, this is one of the important one. So there is more possibilities of, while disposal time also, more possibilities of spillages may happen. So always we should take more care on the disposals. Okay. Session 8, 7 steps for spill response. In the chemical spill, this is one of the internationally practiced one technique, same like as our risk assessment in our general safety. Whenever, if you are going to do any kind of activities, always we work out on the risk assessment. What are the risks involved in that activities? Similarly, there was one technique used in the spill response. It's called 7 steps. So first step, assess the risk. Second, select personal protective equipment. Third, confine the spill. Fourth, stop the resource. Fifth one, evaluate incident, implement and clean up. Sixth one, decontaminate. Seventh one, complete record report. We can discuss in elaborative. So assess the risk. Okay. Assess the risk means before placing any kind of chemicals, like if it is comes under a solid category, or if it comes under liquid category, or if it comes under any gaseous category, before place the material in the work spot or storage area or warehouse or in the stores, wherever, first we should assess the risk, because our ultimate thing is, once we place the material, wherever the possibilities of spillages may happen in that particular work spot, to prioritize the spillage in the initial portion itself, we can consider the risk and select personal protective equipment. This is important one as per the hierarchy theory in the last category, PPE. So in case of any spillages may happen, what are all the PPEs required in that work spot? For example, previously I told you, in case of acid spillages happen means acid splash goggles and face shield both comes under picture. In case of general any powder formation or any non-hazardous or general thing of chemical spillages happen, we can prioritize for the goggles itself. Same like as safety shoe and gumboot. So depend upon the severity only, we can analyze what are the PPEs required in the work spot. So PPEs, confine the space. Confine the space means so confine the space. Spill means within the limit. In case of any spillages may happen, how I can collect the, how I can able to collect the, so immediately how I can perform. in that spill areas. So within the limit, confined means within the limit. For is it possible we can use the spill absorbent socks, or we can use the pillow, or we can use the absorbent pad. So what kind of absorbent material needs to be used? So that also considered in the third point, confine the spill. And fourth one, stop the source. Okay, I used once spillages was happened, I used some of the absorbent. I take support from the absorbent materials. Apart from that particular area is dependent on the technical portions. For example, some of the areas walls, or some of the areas for any pipeline movements means where immediately I can take support from the external things, especially in the technical portions. Okay, fifth one, evaluate incident, implement cleanup. Fifth one, cleaning process. This is the general thing, because in case of any spillages may happen, our ultimate thing is we should clean immediately. So this is cleaning techniques. Fifth one, decontaminate. Okay, once spillages was happened, we successfully cleaned, we recovered all the spillages by some of the manually. We have engaged some person, means what are the decontaminate things needs to be considered. This is one of the important one, because what happened after successfully we collected the material, people are engaged, means there is more possibilities of some of the oil spillages may spill in their body. There is possibilities of inhalation or spillages in their eye. So considering this, what are the decontamination techniques we should follow? That also we should consider. Finally, complete record report. This is very, very important, because once spillages may happen, we successfully recovered everything. We collected the material, disposal and cleaning, everything perfectly we have done, means our ultimate thing is the same thing will not occur in future. For considering the proactive approach, we should always make it one report. So assess the risk. Assess the risk means what are all the risks involved in that particular area. For example, how we can identify means whenever if you are placing any kind of chemicals, first you should refer the MSDS material safety data sheet. In that sheet itself, for example, if I am going to keep on ammonia, or in case of I am going to keep on lime, for example, generally I am taking an example. In the ETP station, for operation purpose, I am keeping lime or polyaluminum chloride or polyelectrolyte or polyaluminum sulfate. These are all the general thing, or STP chemicals. Everything I am keeping in that location, means first I should consider in case of this powder format chemical spillages happened with, what are all the risk involved in this? How I can identify this? Through the material safety data sheet. Okay, I am using lime, means first I can refer the lime. What are the basic characteristics of lime? In case of in case of any, what are all the first aid requirement? In case, is it possible that particular lime may cause any fire hazard? So everything I can refer. Based on the risk, I can list out everything. Second, PPE. Once I understood the risk, based on that, I can prioritize the what are the specific PPEs required in the work spot. Finally, the third one, confine the space. How to confine the spill in the within the limited area itself. Stop the stores. This is one of the important one, because what happened, we have spill kit. A particular person is going to engage to collect the spill, means he is wear the PPE, everything. Apart from many areas, we need for external technical support. For example, in case of any spillages happened, where we should close, where we need to close the valve, how to close the valve. So in case of any damage, in case of a major damage happened, the drum means how to immediately arrest the particular leakage in the drum. So everything we should consider in the stop the stores. This is for external things. Fourth one, evaluate and incident implement cleanup. So this is for cleaning techniques. Fifth one, sorry, evaluate incident. Sixth one, decontaminate. Generally, what the experts are telling, whenever if you are engaged for any kind of oil spillages or any kind of spillages activity, always we should take 15 minutes of shower. I hope you all are aware, emergency eye wash shower and emergency shower. So normally what people are recommending, at least 10 to 15 minutes, we need to take full shower. This is very, very important. In case the spillage is very minor only, means at least we should take some 10 to 15 minutes of eye wash. That is enough. Complete record reports. So reporting is very, very important because we should not take this in a very loosened manner. So how to report this? So this is the general one. Time and date of the spill. So this is the, in case if I am reporting to the spill to in our my team leader or in our manager, means the basic details needs to be mentioned in the spill report. For example, time and date of the spillage, which type of material, duration of the spill, location, specifically where it is happened, approximately how much of spill happened, the source of spill, where it is happened, and weather condition. In that particular time, how was the weather condition? Why we need to consider the weather condition means in case of any spillages happened in the oil storage area, we are not practicing the secondary containment means all the oil spillages may contaminate with the rain. It will contaminate with the soil. So considering this, we should refer the weather conditions also, direction of movement, suggestions for additional corrective action. This is also very, very important because already we are practiced some spill controlling system. Means there is some lapse observed, means lapse observed in the present condition means how to correct it to reoccur in future. Root cause of spill. These are also proactive approach. So best practices like a trained and authorized person only operate the spillage, operate the chemical handling areas, periodical monitoring of spillage areas, sometimes the valve areas, and wherever based on our process and operation, we know these particular areas, possibilities of spillages may happen at any time. So periodically, a monitoring system needs to be engaged. In case of any leakages happen, means immediately we should react it. That is also very important one. So storage system, proper storage system. And another one thing, the best practice, whenever if you are purchased any kind of chemicals, you can refer the MSDS sheet. What happened? Already previously I told you, in case while we are handling the chemicals, two kind of things will happen. One is acute effect or previous, another one chronic effect. Is there any possibilities of chronic effect? Because people are working in our shadow, so we should take for their help in a future also. For example, some chemicals are having a characteristics of immediately, in case of something has went wrong, immediately they may cause any issues for us. We can immediately realize that, and all comes under acute effect. For example, eye irritation, throat infection, or irritation, or any allergies, or swelling. Likewise, some chemicals we are handling, we don't know anything about presently, but over the period of time, future that particular chemical may affect our occupation. It may cause the occupational health issues. That is called chronic effect. So what I am trying to say is, whenever if you are purchasing any kind of chemicals, always you can refer, is there any possibilities of any carcinogenic effect in the chemicals? That also we should consider. Spill emergency response plan. So now we are in, close to end of our session. Normally, many industries, we generally practice the emergency system. Especially, we give topmost priority for medical as well as the fire. These two areas always give we give topmost priorities for emergency response. Even we have covered all the emergency response plans also. But some another one thing, there is possibilities of chemical leachage is comes under emergency plan. Even if you take the major spill, chemical leakages happened in the industries. Once the incident was happened, how they are legally suffering. During that moment, the officials may visit. They may ask, is first they may ask, what are all the spillage emergency procedures you have? Simply, they are in the blank mode. The officials, they are in the working officials, they are in the blank mode because they are not prioritizing the spillages in the emergency response categories. So what I am trying to say is, always we should loop the chemical spillages in the emergency response plan. Okay. In case of any emergency spillages may happen, normally in industries, people, they may know in case of any fire happened or in case of any major things, means they know how to protect themselves and where to stay there. Everything they know. Ultimately, we should practice them in case of any leakages may happen. In case of any chemical leakages or any chemical spillages may happen, means how to protect ourselves and how to react. That so we can cover it. Even here, I want to share one suggestion also. In case normally we can take pep talk for our employees. Normally we can discuss confined space or work attire, like LOTO systems, electrical safety. Generally, we can take one scenario. It will take some 5 to 10 minutes only. In case a person is working in the laboratory, he is handling some hazardous chemical, especially in the acid categories. Suddenly, while testing, that particular acid got fallen in the ground. How to react? What he should be what he should done? If you ask the people, means many people, they don't know. Simply they say the simple thing. As a safety point of view, we should take this kind of sceneries in our pep talk. Especially people will get benefited. The ultimate thing is, in case of something has went wrong in the chemical spillage, how to protect ourselves, how to react. This is the main thing. Likewise, we can make some sceneries also. For example, if a person is filling a diesel generator area, if a person is filling diesel from barrel to diesel generator, because this is one of the major activity in all the industries. If you are having the diesel generator, in case while filling the diesel, suddenly some particular liters of diesel spilled, what he should be, what he need to done, what is the reporting procedure, how to collect the spillages. So everything we should monitor this. The basic thing is why I'm highlighting this. Many areas, people, they don't know, somehow the spillages may happen. The first thing, we should place one emergency caution tape. This is the basic fundamental thing. So likewise, we should educate the people, sir. So this is the emergency response plan elements, sir. So if you are conducting the mock drills, normally in the oil and gas sector, they always prioritize for this kind of spillage mock drills. In your industry, if you are handling any kind of hazardous chemicals, means always you can plan for mock drills also in case of any spillages may happen. because that particular spillages may cause the internal as well as the external bodies also. So we can practice for mock drills also. So approaching chemical spill situation, in case a chemical spillage situation will happen, first thing we should educate the people to do not panic. Determine the identity of the spilled substance. Refer the material safety data sheet. Once you refer the MSDS sheet, we can easily get the ideas of how to, what are all the causes may happen. Like, is it possible to eye irritation? Is it possible in case of any first aid requirement? Is it possible in case of any fire happen, how to react? So everything we can get it. Assess the situation, cordon the work area. This is important because unnecessarily people may enter in this area. So better we can immediately provide cordon the area and determine the severity. In case if it is minor means, okay, we can easily work out within our team itself. In case of any major means, we can take external support from where external body means our emergency response team members support. So material safety data sheet. In the spillage area, MSDS is playing one of the major role because whenever if you have purchased any kind of chemicals in that MSDS, normally material safety data sheets are categorized into 16 categories. For example, in case of any first aid may happen while I am handling the chemical, in case of any first aid may happen, or in case of fire, or in case of storage, where to storage, how to handle these chemicals, transportation, how to transport this chemical. So all the details we can get it through the MSDS. The important section, 6th area, accidental release measures. If you refer any kind of MSDS, the 6th area, it's clearly mentioned in case of spill. If you are using any kind of chemicals, in case a spillages may happen, how to react, what are all the basic thing needs to be done. All the details mentioned in the section 6. So always you can refer the section areas. So whatever the chemicals you are using in your industries. And the final one, generic chemical response, spill response. So normally in industries, we use different kind of substances like organic chemicals and oxidation acids and alkalis. Depend upon, in case of that particular spillages may happen means, what are the recommended actions, everything mentioned here. So once our IINVTY team member will circulate this copy, you can refer it. And we are in the last slide, chemical spillage guideline. Okay. So past few minutes we have discussed chemical spill response plan related details. Whatever I have learned based on my experience in this short span of time, I have tried to share to you all. And another one thing, if you are interested or if you want to enhance your knowledge in this chemical spillage area means, always you can refer this following guidelines. For example, the Practice Act 1948, Section 41B. If you refer this section, you can get it compulsory disclosure of information by the occupier. So as per the section 7A, Practice Act 1948, after the Bhopal gas tragedy has happened, the government has given stringent responsibility to the occupiers. Based on that section 7A, general duties of the occupier. Section 41B, it's clearly mentioned if you are using any kind of, based on your process and operation, if you are using any kind of hazardous chemical means, we should always intimate the details to the government body officials. So based on the section 41B. And another one, Section 41E, emergency standards. In case of any kind of chemicals we are handling or using, in case of anything went wrong, especially in the spillages. So what are all the emergency standards we have? So everything we can get it from section 41E. As per the section 41E, the emergency standard is mandatory for all the hazardous chemical handling industries. And section 41F, Factories Act 1948, section 41F. Normally in the Factories Act, they are having 3 schedules, schedule 1, 2, 3. In the schedule 2, it's clearly mentioned permissible levels of certain chemical substance in work environment. Nearly 120 chemicals are there based on the Factories Act 1948, section 41F, schedule 2. They list out some 120 chemicals, how much of the permissible limits in the short term and long term. The ppm ranges they mentioned in the schedule, you can refer that also. And another one, section 87 for dangerous operation. And Tamil Nadu factories rules, we are in Tamil Nadu. So considering the Tamil Nadu factories rules, rule 17, they clearly mentioned disposal of trade and waste and effluents. If you are generating any kind of hazardous waste, so how to dispose, what are all the disposal techniques, where we should produce every details, we can get it through rule 17. And finally, rule 95. This is one of the important section, dangerous operation. Based on the dangerous operation category, in Tamil Nadu factories rules, they have listed out some 32 operations. In that 32 operations, if you are working in any kind of industry, you can refer what are all the spill prevention techniques, what are all the emergency standards, what are the safety measures, everything you can get it through this schedule. And apart from another one important rule, MICH rules, manufacturing, storage, import of hazardous chemical rules 1989. So if you refer this rule, the chemical spillage relative vast details available in this rules. And finally, if you, this is for national and national requirements like Factories Act and Tamil Nadu Factories rules. If you want to enhance your knowledge in international manner, the only choice is OSHA. In that OSHA 1910 series 120 hazardous waste operation in emergency response. Once you refer this guideline, you can get it. It's chemical spillage related international best practices and all the details through this guideline. Okay, here I am going to close this session.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Do anyone have questions? Can ask, sir.
Please, one by one, sir. One by sir. Sir, please proceed, sir.
Sir, in our industry, they're using sawdust and sand, sir, for spill kit, that spillage chemical.
Okay, sir.
What is the difference between the spill kit and equipments and sawdust dust? Can you explain, sir?
Sawdust, sir?
Yes, sir. What is the difference between the spill kit items and sawdust?
Yes, sir. Sir, actually, I want to mention one thing here. Sawdust is normally not preferred in industries, sir. The best normally, if you've seen, the spill kit is one of the best practice only, sir. So here I want to mention one thing, because spill kit means normally if the particular company has to spend some particular money, they have to externally buy it. But many industries, they are not prioritizing to purchase the items, especially in the spill kits. In that case, they prioritize for sawdust or granule powder, likewise. So generally, if you see in the chemical spill response, especially in the spill kits, it's one of the best practice. But legally, there is no one mentioned you need to fix the spill kit, likewise. So this and all comes under the best practice category.
Okay, okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, there any checklist is there, sir, for a spill kit? Checklist format any is there for you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Checklist. There is a different kind of checklist. Depend upon the usage, sir. For example, if your laboratory means totally it is different, sir. Depend upon the risk and hazard, what kind of material you are handling, sir. For example, if you are handling the diesel means the severity is high, maximum fire will happen. But in case if you are handling any kind of acid means the scenery is considering risk and hazard, it is totally severity is high, sir. So depend upon a different kind of checklist available, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Any other questions, sir? And one thing I want to once again I want to mention here, sir. Our NVTY team members will circulate this copy to you all, sir. So
Yes,
any
sir.
other-
Thank you, sir.
any
Any
other
other questions?
And one more thing, sir, I want it's my personal request. So please share your open comments, sir. So it will be more helpful for me to improve my sessions in future.
Good afternoon, Srinivasan. I'm Shiva Subramanian from Titan.
Titan, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good afternoon, please, sir.
So, your session is very simple and then very, very clear and understandable level, Srinivasan. Even people like, any beginners can able to understand. And you started with a very, very basic, and then you left, with a lot of, the guidelines to go through it also.
Yes, sir.
Even though I'm a mechanical engineer, not much related to chemical, but it attracts, and then it given a lot of interest to know on that. In our industry, I think in the jewelry, very well, many acids we are using it, and even though we have a practice, and certainly it gives me a certainly importance, and then we need to go through it and then confirm whether is it been followed or not. Certainly the people will be following it, but for as a manager, which I'm supposed to know about that whether are they are following it or not. So really a very, very useful and thought provoking session.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
I request Dhanalakshmi to share the the recorded link because more than this presentation slide, I think your explanation it gives us a lot of information.
Yes, sir. Sure, sir.
So I really we were much interested to have a recordings than presentation and thing. If you give presentation, it's fine, but more than that recordings it will be fine. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Definitely, you will get the materials through our NVTY team members, sir. Lakshmi, you note it down, Lakshmi?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sure, sir.
Okay.
Noted, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Lakshmi.
So, yes, thank you. Thank you, Srinivasan, sir, for the great session. Thank you, leaders. And leaders, I have shared the link in the comment box. Kindly please update the link so that we can forward you the presentation.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much to all. Have a great day, sir.
Thank you, Lakshmi.
Yes, sir. Actually, Mr. Lakshmi, Mr. Vinod Narkeda is there.
Yes, sir. Who?
Mr. Vinod Narkeda, he sent one message.
Okay.
How to control gas leakages? What secondary containment for gas leakages? Is there or?
Sir, he's there, sir.
He's here only, sir.
1 second, I can check it, sir. Hello, sir. Mr. Vinod Narkeda, he's asked one question. How to control gas leakage? What secondary containment for gas leakage? Okay. How to control gas leakage means normally gas leakages, we always dependent on the pipelines. We can take it from 2 areas, in process and operation areas, manufacturing areas, all the gases through pipelines only. So first, the utility team and maintenance comes under picture, sir. Periodical maintenance and visual monitoring, sir. What secondary containment for gas leakages, sir? What is the procedure to remove solid spill? And another one person, Mr. Tirunavakarasi, he is asking one question. What is the procedure to remove solid spill? So solid spill, we can refer the MSD sheets. Based on that only we can react it, sir. Because through that spill absorbent pad and socks, absorbent mat, pillow, we cannot able to collect the materials because all the absorbent items are based prioritized for the liquid items. So solid, by manually you can collect it, sir. And another one thing, sir, I want to mention here, if you are asked the solid spill, normally if you are keeping, there is, it is not recommended to keep the solid items in directly in the floor itself. It should be keep in the secondary containment or pallet itself. So in case of any spillages happen means we can collect it through the pallets or secondary containments. Okay, Lakshmi, thanks for your extended support. We can close the session here.
Yes, sir.
So thank you all. Thanks for your time. Lakshmi, I requested you please share this suggestion link to everyone. Yes.
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I have shared the link also in the comment box.
Yes. Thank you, Lakshmi. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Once again, thanks to all. Thanks for registration and thanks for your time. Have a good day.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you.